well on board? Copy, Utyosi.
T-minus 3 minutes and counting. Just seconds away from the booster's fuel tanks being pressurized for flight. This will optimize the flow of fuel and help to add structural support to the rocket as it sits on the launch pad.
Booster propellant tank pressurization initiated.
Coming up on the T-minus 2 minute mark on the 50th anniversary of humanity's first footsteps on the moon. T-minus 2 minutes and counting. Coming up on the termination of the ground propellant feed. At the 1 minute mark, the vehicle will be placed on internal power. T-minus 90 seconds. The first of 2 ground umbilicals will retract from the side of the vehicle at about the T-minus 35 second mark. That will initiate auto sequence start. T-minus 50 seconds.
Vehicle to internal power, ground propellant feed.
First of the 2 umbilicals now retracting.
We are ready for the launch.
T-minus 30 seconds. The second umbilical now retracting, initiating auto sequence start. We have main engine ignition, engines and turbo pumps up to flight speed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Engines, turbo pumps, it's flight.
And liftoff. 50 years after a small step for man, the Soyuz rocket and its multinational crew take a giant leap off the launch pad, bound for the International Space Station.
15 seconds in flight, all the parameters are nominal.
Good first stage performance. The Soyuz delivering 930,000 pounds of thrust from its 4 boosters and single engine. The nighttime sky is creating a halo-like effect as the Soyuz arcs to the northeast away from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in pursuit of the International Space Station.
Everything is nominal on board. 40 seconds. The spacecraft, the vehicle are nominal and they're stable. Copy.
Good reports from the blockhouse in Baikonur, punching a hole through the clouds overhead. Good engine performance being reported.
60 seconds in. Yaw, pitch, roll are nominal. Copy.
1 minute, 10 seconds into the flight.
Feeling well.
Alexander Skvortsov reports the crew is feeling well. Now going through the period of maximum dynamic pressure, leaving a contrail.
The
Soyuz traveling almost 3,000 miles an hour, 15 miles in altitude, 10 miles downrange from the Baikonur Cosmodrome. 1 minute 45 seconds after launch.
Launch vehicle structural.
All structural parameters reported to be in excellent shape. A good view inside MS-13. Alexander Skvortsov at the bottom of your screen. At the top of your screen, Luca Parmitano as we stand by for first stage separation.
Yes, the jettison is confirmed.
First stage separation confirmed.
Confirmed. Third stage separation is confirmed. Affirmative. The vehicle is stable. Copy.
The Soyuz now traveling 4,500 miles an hour, 29 miles in altitude, 29 miles downrange from the Baikonur Cosmodrome. 2.5 minutes into the flight. All structural parameters reported to be in excellent shape. Second stage performance reported nominal. The launch shroud has now been jettisoned, and now we're seeing a view from a camera on the second stage of the Soyuz rocket. We will no longer see in-cabin views. That external camera activated by Alexander Skvortsov from a button on his control panel. But a great view looking down the Soyuz booster. Again, this view from a second stage camera on the Soyuz rocket. 3 minutes, 15 seconds into the flight, everything proceeding normally.
$120 seconds. The second stage engines are operating nominally, and everything is nominal on board. We're feeling well.
$220
220 seconds. The flight is nominal. Copy. Everything is nominal on board.
4 minutes into the flight, almost halfway through powered flight, as the Soyuz MS-13 and its trio of crew continues its flight uphill, and the beginning of a 6-hour journey to the International Space Station. A spectacular view from a second stage camera on the Soyuz booster. The Soyuz traveling 8,500 miles an hour, 91 miles in altitude, 248 miles downrange from the Baikonur Cosmodrome.
Copy. Everything is nominal on board. Second stage separation is confirmed.
And you see the aft skirt from the second stage separating. Second stage separation is complete, continuing to receive downlink video from the Soyuz booster at the 5 minute, 15 second mark into the flight. 3.5 minutes of powered flight remaining. The Soyuz being powered on the singular capability of its third stage engine. All parameters are reported in excellent shape.
Everything is nominal on board. We are feeling well.
$330
330 seconds in. The third stage engines are operating nominally.
The Soyuz now traveling over 10,000 miles an hour, 111 miles in altitude, 417 miles downrange from the Baikonur Cosmodrome.
350 seconds. The flight is nominal.
And by the way, at the time of third stage shutdown and orbital insertion, the ISS will be flying over the far eastern coast of Russia near the Sea of Japan, almost 2,500 statute miles ahead of the Soyuz as it begins its chase to catch up to the station in earnest. 6 minutes, 20 seconds into the flight, 2.5 minutes of powered flight remaining.
$390
390 seconds. The launch vehicle parameters are nominal. Copy all. Everything is nominal on board. The crew is feeling well. All the parameters are nominal.
As you can hear, Alexander Skvortsov continuing to provide progress reports to the Launch Control Center in Baikonur. At the time of third stage shutdown and spacecraft separation, control of the Soyuz's flight to the International Space Station will be reverted back to the flight control team at the Russian Mission Control Center in Korolyov on the outskirts of Moscow. 7 minutes, 15 seconds into the flight, the Soyuz traveling 13,200 miles an hour, 124 miles in altitude, 715 miles downrange from the Baikonur Cosmodrome.
440 seconds in, the vehicle is stable. Copy. Everything is nominal here.
Good reports continue to be received back from the blockhouse in Baikonur. Good structural parameters. The third stage engine continues to burn as advertised as we approach the 8-minute mark into the flight.
470 seconds in, third stage engines are operating nominally. Copy all. Everything is nominal on board. We're feeling well. 490 seconds. The vehicle is stable. Copy all. Everything is nominal here. We are feeling well.
8.5 minutes into the flight, about 15 seconds away from third stage shutdown and spacecraft separation.
Your pitch roll are nominal. Copy. We are standing by for KO, and everything is nominal on board.
And we have third stage shutdown and separation.
Third stage separation is confirmed. Congratulations on the nominal orbital insertion. Mission Control Moscow is here. Vyacheslav is here. Congratulations again. Copy all. Thank you very much.
And you can see the Soyuz solar arrays beginning to unfurl as planned.
Mission Control Moscow, how copy? Loud and clear. How us? Loud and clear as well.
And we have confirmation of a perfect solar array deploy. All navigational antennas have also been deployed. A textbook launch for Soyuz MS-13, 3 new space explorers en route to the International Space Station, 50 years to the day that Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon.
Okay, we are on page 35, and please perform all those steps. And we are standing by for the readings from the flight engineer for page 36. Moscow, this is Utyos 2. And are you ready to copy the first reading? Yes, we are. SA pressure 798. BO pressure is 813. STL pressure is 844. Copy all. And RDR will need to go through the KRL. Actually, it's complete already. Copy. I'm deactivating KDU pressurization. Copy. Do you want me to give you Form 3 data? Yes, we are ready. 17, decimal 1, 18, 17, 19, 2, 6, 6, 20, 2.0, 21, 1.7, 22, 3.27, 23, 3.29, 24, 17.3, 25, 17.7, 26, 2.66. The prop is 878. Copy all.
Идет тест длинный курса 1.
Course 1 test is underway. Copy. Did you send the command from input 2? Yes, I did send it.
This is Mission Control Houston. You're looking at a view from the balcony camera overlooking the cavernous flight control room at the Russian Mission Control Center in Korolyov outside Moscow. Drew Morgan, Luca Parmitano, and Alexander Skvortsov well on their way to catch up to the International Space Station after a flawless launch from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. Liftoff occurring on time at 11:28 and 20 seconds a.m. Central Time, 12:28 and 20 seconds p.m. Eastern Time, 9:28 and 20 seconds p.m. at the Baikonur Cosmodrome about an hour after sunset. Soyuz MS-13 lifted off perfectly, arced out to the northeast and began its trek, an 8-minute 45-second journey to its preliminary orbit. Soyuz is now well on its way to reaching the International Space Station later today. All of its systems in great shape, and Alexander Skvortsov, the Soyuz commander, reporting that his crewmates Drew Morgan and Luca Parmitano and himself all are in excellent shape. So with that, let's take a look ahead at what lies on the horizon for NASA TV programming coming up, Soyuz related. At 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have a video file, a post-launch video file that will include all of today's launch activities and post-launch interviews that are being conducted at the Baikonur Cosmodrome. Our docking coverage, rendezvous and docking of the Soyuz to the aft port of the Zvezda service module will begin at 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That will lead to a docking at 5:51 p.m. Central Time, 6:51 p.m. Eastern Time. There will be then our hatch opening coverage and the welcoming ceremony that will ensue with congratulatory calls from family and friends in Baikonur. Our hatch opening coverage